Okay, there's some swarm trap bonus footage here for you. This is a swarm that's been in here for about 2 weeks, and that is longer than it should have been. We've had tons of rain, and I haven't been able to get here to the store teaching apiary. I know where these came from. Came from the package bees over there. I left actually one extra queen cell. I left 3 instead of 2 because I was trying to give them an extra backup option, and this is what they turned the backup option into, a whole functioning hive. And so they're in this swarm trap. They've been in here for too long, and we're gonna look at it together. What I've got is I've got a hive box set up here, ready to go, so I can load them in. This is a 6-frame swarm trap. I've got 4 extra frames to finish it out here. I'm going to, and this is the nice thing about our swarm lock bracket. It just lifts off, and then they're bearding on the bottom, so I do need to be a little bit careful when I set this down to get them off the bottom of the box, which is what I should have done before I took it off of the tree, but that's okay. You're seeing this in real time. Obviously, it's not scripted. Make sure these girls are coming up, and they are. Okay, let's open this up and okay. Some bees up here in the top, so we're going to go ahead and get those into the box. And I set this hive up here close so that they're right here, and they will drift into this box. So I'm going to look for the queen. Those are, well, actually that's a frame we're going to put in here. So that's an undrawn frame. So I put undrawn frames in these swarm boxes so that they have some room to grow into. And looks like they're getting them started, but they're not drawing them all out. So that's kind of a good thing. I was a little bit concerned they've been in here too long. Yeah, okay, this is what I was expecting. So there's an extra bit of comb. So in this swarm design, I have extra space underneath because it mimics a hollow tree cavity, which draws the swarm in. That's what helps to attract them. This one, there is brood on this side. There is a queen in here. But of course, I can't keep this comb on the bottom. And this is basically my fault. The disadvantage here is that I wasn't able to come get them when I should have. So we take that extra comb off the bottom, and I am putting these brood frames in the same way they're coming out of the trap. It is hot, very, very hot, so these bees are kind of scattered all over. There's a bunch of them in the bottom of the box, hanging out on the front of the box. They're just trying to stay cool, but I do want to try to find the queen and make sure she goes into this box. It is humid. This is a full sheet of brood. There's fresh eggs, so she's been on this frame. Really was hoping I would find her crawling around here. And so what they've done here is, so they've got one sheet of wax, bee space, and then another sheet of wax on the back side, and we're going to have to get rid of both of those, but very carefully because the queen could be in between these two. They've got honey in here. A lot of times they'll obviously start using that as brood, so just getting that off there. And then they usually have it just attached. But when it's fresh wax, you can kind of wiggle it back and forth, and it just kind of perforates and tears loose. And a lot of that is fresh nectar, so when I'm shaking the bees off, I'm actually shaking a lot of this nectar off. I probably can't see that in the camera, but I'm going to try to give them as much of that back as what I can. Yeah, so I haven't seen the queen yet. Hopefully she's not running down the inside of the box. But we will dump everybody in. So we have had plenty of forage so far. We should be in the dearth, but we haven't been yet. I'm probably coming into it now, but they are doing a good job drawing wax. They're feeding the family, they're growing the family. They're going to be a little bit slow. This is going to be one that is going to have some extra challenge to get ready for wintertime. And there's the queen. She's on the inside of the box here. Just grabbing her by the wings. And then we'll get this frame in here very quickly. I want to support her. And then I can hold her in the abdomen. So there's mom. Good looking queen. So I'm gonna get her right here in the center. She wants to hang out on my fingers. Come on, mama. There you go. Okay, queen's in the box. Put the extra frames, scoot these over so she has drawn comb, giving them some extra drawn comb so she can work. And center up these frames. And now there's a lot of loose bees inside the box and on the front. So I'm going to dislodge the bees on the outside and then pour the girls in. Okay, and then the trap I'm going to set off to the side here. So some of them are going to try to fly back up here, but I've got the hive set here close so that they can fan their pheromones. Family can find each other. And then we can decide where we're going to move this hive in the future. But for right now, we're closed up, ready to go. There you go. That's a swarm capture and relocation, ready to go. Everybody be blessed.